I don't like drinking alone, but I like canoeing alone. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm coming at you on top of my 15-foot Clipper Solitude canoe in the shadows of BC's Coast Mountains, the historic territory of the Catsie First Nations, and we're going canoeing. So I'm out here, I'm doing Widgeon Creek. It's just a little day trip. You can overnight it too, but personally, it's a short paddle for me. It's 6 kilometers each way, which takes me, you know, an hour if I'm slow. So it's just a day trip for me. But anyways, I'm gonna canoe up the creek, and then once I get to the end of the creek, there's like a campsite there, which I'm totally gonna skip right by, and then I'm just gonna go up the creek without the canoe. I'm gonna put the canoe away, stash the canoe, I guess, and then I'm just gonna hike up the canoe or hike up the creek to see what I could find. But I just crossed over Pit River, which is honestly the most treacherous part of this trip. But once you get over the river, it's like smooth sailing, and anybody can do this. Like, I've been doing this since I was a kid. That boat is kind of annoying. But on Pit River, the wind can pick up, and there's also a lot of boats, as you can hear the boat. Actually, last time I was here, there was a hovercraft just bombing up and down the road, up the river. So anyways, it's hazardous a little bit, but otherwise it's good to go. But I'm gonna start motoring up this creek here and come back later. Hello. I'm going left for what it's worth. Okay. Provincial park boundary. That means I can no longer fly my drone. We're coming up on the campsite. It is very packed, so we are going further. So this is actually my favorite part of the creek. It's just way nicer than, or it's just the nicest part of the creek that you can canoe. So if I was camping, like, this is where I would camp and bypass like the main campsite there. There's just so many people at that main campsite, even if you're stopping for lunch. Like, to me, you're better off coming up here an extra couple 100 meters, and there'll be some beaches coming up that I'll put my boat onto, but it's just way nicer of a spot. Like, take for example this spot over here. You know, I don't want to give away secrets, but I think I just gave away too many secrets. Oh well, anyways, I'm about to get as far as I can paddle here. It should be in the near future. And at that point, I'll rejoin you. Well, saw heron number 2. Because that's what I think is a blue heron. I'm not an expert, even though I'm pretending to be one on YouTube. But that's number 2. But this is the end of the creek here. It's pretty shallow. I potentially could scoot up there, like drag it up there, and then try paddling again. But I'm just gonna drag it up. I'm just gonna drag it up the creek, put it down on that beach over there. Okay, head up the creek, backpack barrel. Everything should be waterproof. It's not the most comfortable thing, but probably only weighs 20 pounds. No big deal. It's a little bit slippery in the water. It's potentially deep. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, I wasn't fully mentally prepared for that. I didn't think it was gonna be this deep when I went in, but I'm about to be. Oh. I'm going over here, maybe. This backpack kind of floats and feels weird, but whew. Oh man. Okay, that was the first swim. That is very slippery. Hindsight, I should have stayed in the water and made my way across there, but I try to push back. I do need to be wary of bears, because I am, especially being off the main canoe route, is a little less busy. There could be bears here. Be careful. This looks kind of I like the pain. Well, on some sort of log jam. Gonna keep heading up, watching my footing. Well, I stopped, take off my shirt, take off my hat, change the GoPro camera, and have some water. I have us going on Strava, and I've walked about a kilometer up this creek, but this thing's crooked. You can see it looks pretty dry and rocky. So I've lost a little faith that this is gonna lead anywhere good. It just feels like there's gonna be less water. I know at some point there's a waterfall, but if the road continues like this, I'm sure as heck not gonna get there. So we'll see what we can find up here. I hear some people up here. Well, I'm taking a break. Here. Swimming here. Oh man. So now that I've cooled off here, I ain't going any further. I don't really know what I was looking for. I was hoping for like a nice private swimming hole, something I could jump into, but I think I've gone far enough, and I'm just gonna kick it here. I'm gonna have a drink, have a snack, and continue having a swim. Well, it's pretty cool just sitting here, eating lunch, watching the fish. But I'm gonna head back to the canoe now. This is as far as I was going. Had a good chill sesh. Headed back to the canoe. All in all, that was a pretty sweet swimming hole. Not 100% sure it's worth the journey, but you know, still a good time. I think those are deer print. I think those are deer print for sure. Here's the log Here's the log that I went swimming under or around, and then I bushwhacked around. I'm gonna stay on this side of the creek and cross where it gets shallow. Okay. Slippery stones. Okay, we're back at the canoe and we're portaging. Here we are, back of the van. Canoe's loaded. That's it. That's the end of this episode. Up Widgeon Creek, with and without a paddle.